So that and everyone watching this kind of follows it. So the capo is the captain.
I'll give you a breakdown. I was in the trenches.
Right.
I was the grunt.
Right.
I had my own crew.
Yeah.
My crew answered directly to me.
Right.
I had a really reliable hijacking crew. Heists, hijackings. If you came to us, and different families came to us, not just the Gambino family, although I was with the Gambino family, but a guy would come to me and say, Louis, I got a tip on a safe. Let's say they say Tim's TV show.
Yeah.
It's got a payroll.
Yeah.
Friday. £250,000.
Right.
Yeah, no problem. Give me the layout. How many people? I get the crew together. We got walkie-talkies. We got bumper cars on the street, crash cars in case the police come, to hit the car.
Right.
I set it up. I got the money, and that was me. I was the boss of that crew. However,
so what would you do to me though?
Well, if you gave us the tip, you get 10%. We meet you during the week.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, yeah.
But what about if I'm there when you're doing the bust on me?
We give you a crack in the face, make it look good, maybe. Make sure that nobody thinks it was you. Yeah, make sure nobody thinks it was you.
Right, okay.
You might even say, give me a crack on the way out.
And that stuff happens, does it?
Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. You're in the mob, they tell you, raise your voice, yell at people, hit them over the head with a gun if you want, hit them with a baseball bat. Everything's good for us. The more you do, the more of a reputation you get, the better we look.
Take me through a hijack. Let's go on a hijack with you now. I'm with you. What time do we set out in the morning?
Yeah, well, we plan it. We got a tip.
Yeah, where does the tip come from?
Usually, it's a guy who's trying to get out of a mess that he's in, jammed up somehow.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just a greedy guy who wants to make extra money. Sometimes somebody's pissed off at their boss. I told this guy should have gave me a raise 5 times already. He gives everybody a raise but me. You know what? I know what he's got. I know where he keeps it. And it's just anger.
Yeah.
Seldom is it I want to do you a favor.
For you, it's just money.
For me, it's the
percentage.
The bottom line is money. You're in it. You're in it for the money. You don't care the beef he's got with his boss. You don't care if his wife's screwing the boss. It doesn't mean anything to you. The guy will tell you a whole story, and I'll just say, "Shut up and get to the point."
Yeah, okay.
I really don't want to hear it.
Yeah, that's money talks.
Come on, let's get to the point.
What's the money? What's money called in the mob? Is it green or what do you call it? Benjamins and all that stuff.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, cash, scratch.
Right.
Yeah, wood.
Wood.
Yeah, wood.
Okay.
Yeah, this guy's got big wood. It means he's got big money behind.
Because over here, got big wood is something else.
Well,
yeah.
We're Italian too. We got big wood around. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going out on a hijack. Me and you. How many boys?
Now we set it up, and now we got. We're armed.
Yeah.
Usually we're not carrying guns everywhere unless there's a problem going on in the neighborhood where you think somebody's got a beef with you, or then you carry a gun.
Yeah.
But you don't. For the hijacking, you got guns. I've been with guys who wore bulletproof vests. I've known crews who wear bulletproof vests. We didn't.
Yeah.
I thought if you plan it well, and you got everything
covered,
you shouldn't need to fire a gun. By the grace of God, all the things that I've done, looking back now, I never had to fire a gun. I never hurt an innocent person.
Right.
I thank God for that now. I feel bad that I traumatized people, which they might live with. I regret that. I deal with that on my own. I try to help people today to try to make up for that.
Okay, that's amazing. Yeah. I want to talk about that because you've turned your life around. Yeah. But let's now go out on this the most crazy raid that you did, and I'm with you. Okay,
yeah, we're on a score. We wait for the truck to pull up.
Right. Where are we? In New York somewhere?
I mean, funny things happen. One time we're in New York, we're in Queens, Borough Queens, and we're sitting in a box truck.
Right.
And the lookout is in the back window. And he's looking, my crew, he's looking out the back window waiting for the truck to come out. We're taking this truck at a light.
Right.
It's not a give up.
Okay.
We know it's a truck with a big load. I'm not going to say what it was. We didn't get pitched for it.
Right.
But it's like 7:30 and the truck, or it's like 7:25 and the truck's due out at 7:30.
Yeah.
And the guy looking out says, "Oh shit, I shouldn't have had that coffee." So what do you mean? I had a cup of coffee. Well, what does that mean? I got to take a shit. You can't shit now. Truck's coming out in 5 minutes.
Right.
Lou, I gotta take a shit. I'm gonna shit my pants. Then shit your pants. We're taking this truck. We ain't coming back. Right. And he laid down newspaper, and we're hysterical. We're hysterical. And then he takes his plop, he throws it outside. The truck comes out. We hijack the truck.
Right.
We'd sometimes get the truck on the street.
Right, so what?
Yeah, you get in. You just get in with the guy. You get in. If the passenger door or the driver's door, you tell him to scoot over. We put a gun to somebody. You got
cars here to pull him over?
We pull over in a car.
Yeah.
We'd also have we usually have a stolen car.
Yeah.
and a legitimate car. The stolen car was the car we were ready to get chased in, ready to do whatever we had to do.
Yeah, because it's stolen.
The other car was either called a bumper car or a crash car.
Right.
That car was there. It's a legitimate car driven by one of my guys who's got his license, a legitimate guy, usually doesn't have a record, and he's there ready in case the cops are in the area, and he's got to bump the car.
Right.
It's a crash car.
Okay, yeah.
You know, he'll ram the cop car, and we never had to do that either, but he'll ram the cop car, and then he's supposed to just get out and say, holy shit, officer, you know, I hit the gas instead of the brake, I apologize, and he ain't getting locked up, and we got away.
So I'm in a truck, I'm driving it.
You're driving the truck.
Be Louis as you were, you jump in now, what do you say to me?
Well, I'll give you, the opening chapter in my book is a hijacking a truck.
Right.
Guy was driving a tool truck, and he sold major toolboxes. They're worth $5,000, $6,000 a piece.
I know the ones you mean.
To auto body shops.
Right.
And he had $100,000 worth of tools in the truck. So I got on the truck in the morning. As soon as the guy pulled up on the curb, I says, I want to take a look at some tools. You know, maybe purchase a couple of things for my shop. It's right down the block. I didn't know you. I was gonna wait, but I bumped into you. Yeah. Sure, take a look around, and then you say, get on the floor, and you put the guy on the floor.
How would you say it?
Back then,
yes, do it.
The more forceful, and I don't have that in me now, but the more forceful I was.
Yeah.
I was smart enough to know, as ignorant and stupid as I was, I was smart enough to know that the more you deliver a knockout blow verbally, and you show this guy you mean business, the less likely it is that he's going to resist, and you could never hurt him.
I want to see that, Louis.
Get on the floor, motherfucker, and
Right,
now. And
that's
the guy,
a gun, yeah?
Yeah, and the guy, guy shits his pants.
Yeah, I get that.
And then we tie him up, and then as soon as he's tied up, and every one of my crew did it as well as myself. I don't want to sound like I'm tooting my own horn. I was a bad guy, and I regret it.
Okay.
But as soon as we had the guy down, we would say, listen, we just want your truck.
Right.
You're in no danger.
Right.
We'd even tell him there's no bullets in the gun.
Right.
You got nothing to worry about, and you're insured. So don't sweat it. We're going to let you out. We're going to tell the cops where you are.
Yeah.
We'll make a phone call to your business or whatever. And
did you do all that?
We didn't. We would say we're going to tell the cops. If anything, we call the business from payphone. Right. And say you guys on the corner of Avenue A and Flatbush or whatever. Yeah. To let the business know to go find him. If we left him tied up, sometimes we untied the guy and threw him out and took off. Right. Did
you ever get any of them resisting? Did anyone say, do what you want, kill me?
People never really resist. Like I said, if you put the message across, except out of fear sometimes. Right. Some people sometimes act a little funny out of fear, and you would have to subdue somebody.
I mean, these stick-ups, were they happening? Where is it? We're talking Queens here.
We worked the 5 boroughs in Long Island. Right. That was our haunts.
Yeah. Okay. Did these things happen all the time? Was it was it in the papers?
Some stuff was in the papers. We would constantly have something going. Right. You're constantly getting more stuff than you could even handle on the street. The street is a sleazy place to be.
Yeah. Did you ever have to cut anyone?
I never, the violent things I've done, I'll just leave it at this. I've taken part, I've been violent to people. Right. I was very violent inside and outside prison. Right. I was always a fighter from my neighborhood. We all were fighters. Yeah. We all never took shit from anybody. That was just the way we grew up. Right. You could lose a fight, but you better fight. Right. It doesn't matter if you win or lose. You better get in there and fight. I don't care if it's 10 guys. They got to pick a fight with you. You go in and swing at all 10. Right. So that's how I grew up. Being part of the mob was just really being in a place where that violent aggression was condoned. Right. It wasn't, you go get a job for, the Boy Scouts of America, they're going to tell you, you're going to have to